You're watching Throwback Thursday here on HGTV Handmade. Today we are throwing it back once again to the White Room Challenge. The challenge this week is super cool because the designers have to design a room without any walls. So unless you really love the outdoors or you live in a glass house, this might not be the most practical room to directly copy, but once again we can look at some of the details of the room to get some pieces of inspiration. Let's check it out.
Welcome to the White Room Challenge. You've just entered the ultimate designer's playground. I'm going to take you on a little shopping trip and then you turn your rooms into fabulous, eye-popping designs. One we're calling the Wall-less Challenge. You need to create a sense of enclosure, meaning a feeling of walls without actually building walls, and the impression of a dining room, living room, bedroom, or office. And when I say impression, I don't want you guys buying a dining table and put it in your dining room and calling it a day.
So my vision of the room is a little more of like a darker twist to Alice in Wonderland. I don't have any walls to paint to make it look really awesome. I'm going to paint the floor. And then on the back wall, what I'm going to do, using candlesticks, turn legs, and chair legs, and kind of like putting them here and then stacking them up. My carpenter starts working on the back wall while I'm working on the floor. I've never painted a floor before. I know how to edge just from painting my own walls because I'm too cheap to hire a painter. Like, what's wrong with repurposing legs? My room is very themed. Just kind of a play on Alice in Wonderland. So I wanted the focus to be on those hanging chairs. I mean, they're totally gonna be spinning around, but that's fine because they're falling, right? Hanging chairs is pretty scary. Raise it up. I don't know if this idea is gonna work out. I guess we'll just let it swing and see where it wants to be. But it goes more towards my Alice in Wonderland theme. Hoist it up. When we pulled them up and hung them, they looked amazing. I feel really, really good about it. I could hang some other items, but I was a little worried it might just take away from the impact of my chairs. So this is the living room space that I created, and the concept came from when we went and shopped at the store. It felt like Alice in Wonderland. And I think I was so excited because I love to find junk furniture that I bought a lot of furniture. I hung the chairs from the ceiling because I wanted to think like Alice in Wonderland, like you're falling down the rabbit hole.
I think your floor is definitely one of the most impressive things in your design. I can't believe you did that freehand. It is very hard to execute. The rear wall is fantastic, and you even added to it by putting the leg of the mannequin in there. I love that. I thought the drapes were a little bit predictable for you. That's what anyone would do to create a sense of enclosure.
I appreciate the idea of Alice in Wonderland, but I do feel like you could have taken that concept a lot further. Like the entire room is falling through.
I happen to love this room. I think it's really playful, but also it has that age to it. It looks like, Alice fell back through the hole when she was 75 years old, and this is the furniture that came with her. And I appreciate that. I do agree with Meg that I would love to have seen everything suspended, or the table crashed and broken on the ground along with the vase, so it looked like it had already fallen. But overall, fabulous job.
So I love Alice in Wonderland, as you know from my Halloween costume DIY from last year, and I think this room came out so cool. It almost looks like a stage set. But let's take a closer look at some things that you could get some inspiration from. Maybe you could paint your floor in a bold graphic pattern like this to give a small room a lot of pop. Even if you do have walls, you could hang your posters and your clocks on the wall, but from the ceiling using a large piece of twine, and that could make the room seem a lot taller. Or you could build a set of shelves with interesting things holding up each layer of shelves, such as a mannequin leg. So let us know down in the comments what was your favorite part of this room. Don't forget to press the thumbs up and subscribe if you liked it, and we will all see you again next week. Bye everyone!